This is why it's so important. Our behavior has impact on others. Civility is about how we treat each other with or with not respect. And our behavior has impact on our lives. How we're treated is going to impact us, and it's absolutely crucial. I'll explain. Just the definition of crucial means involving extremely important decision or result. It is critical. So how someone treats me and how I treat them, negative or positive, it is going to affect me. There's no such thing. It's not going to be neutral. If you mistreat me, it's going to affect me. If you're mistreated at work, it's going to affect you. Or you're treated well. If you're treated really well, that's going to affect you for the good. Treated really bad, it's going to affect you for the bad. But it's going to affect you because you're social beings. We are not robots. We are people. That's why I tell people, this is not on my notes, I just thought of this. I've had people come to me in counseling. And I remember more than one time, I had a couple sit down and they get ready to get a divorce. I'll get to that one in a minute. Take that down. Okay. Make me look bad. But anyway, so this couple, it comes to my office. And they came and I said, "We came to talk to you." "Yes, okay." "And why are you talking to me?" "Well, because someone in the church recommended we talk to you." "We didn't want to." That's really nice. Man, people are funny, aren't they? Things they say to a pastor to his face. "Did you just really say that?" "Yeah, okay." "So you don't want to talk to me, but you're here." "Oh, praise the Lord. I'm glad you're here." "Okay, so you're here because someone in the church told me we should probably talk to you. We're getting ready to get divorced. It's over. We don't like each other. I don't like to see his face. She don't like to see my face. We don't like each other. In fact, I think I hate her, she hates me, or something. It's basically that. They don't like each other at all. So I let them talk, I let him talk, I let her talk, and they just lay it all out. Blah, blah, let's get it all out. People are funny because in situations like that, all they do is point the blame at the other person. They don't really talk about themselves and their issues. Because they're like Jesus, of course. Okay. And so they talk about how this man or this woman's so messed up and how they do everything wrong. And then the other one talks about same thing. So they get all through talking, like 45 minutes of blah, blah, blah. Just to get it all out. Bless your heart, get it all out. Just get it out there. Get all that poison out. Just get it out there. Does them wonders. Then I just vacuum up my office. Anyway. They get it all out there, and about 45 minutes later, they said, "So, bottom line, Pastor, we hate each other, we don't like to see each other's face. I don't even like to see his face." And I asked him, "What do you think?" Same thing. I didn't want to see her. And I said, "Bottom line, I think we actually hate each other. So what do you think?" I said, "Oh, this marriage can work great." So exactly what I said. "Oh, this marriage can work. It's going to work." And I remember they looked at me and go, they probably wonder if I had a hearing problem. They looked at me and go, "Did you hear what we just said to you, Pastor?" I go, "Oh, yeah." So I said, "Yeah, I heard all that." She said she hates me. She didn't even like to look at me. I go, "Yeah, I can understand why." I said, "I'll explain to you." I said to her, "Can you go leave me and talk to your husband for a minute?" She goes, "Sure." So her husband she walks out, and I said, "Okay, let me tell you." I said, "She don't like you because of how you've treated her this many years. If you treat anybody that way, that's how they're going to react to you." I said, "So you don't treat her that way no more. Starting from today on, that's not how you're ever going to treat her. You're going to treat her the opposite. So when you see her, you're going to be kind." I said, "This could be hard, I know. You can be kind, you can be considerate, so you can act like a Christian." Ain't that food for thought? A Christian, act like a Christian. I said, "You're going to be kind, you'll be considerate, no matter what she does or what she says to you." "Well, what she says, I don't care what you're doing, I hate you still." I said, "No problem. That doesn't mean nothing." So sure enough, they leave. He tries it, comes back, sees me. And I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Pastor, I'm nice to her, you know, she tells me, it's not working. It's not working. What Pastor told you is not working. You're not softening me up. I know what you're trying to do." And so I said to him, I said, "Oh, you know what that means?" "What?" I said, "It means you're getting to her." I said, it's over. Just keep loving her. Keep loving her. And I said, well, how do you know that? I said, because she's a human being. And if you love and you're kind to someone, sooner or later they'll be kind back to you. Any man knows this. Wives, this is scary. It's not even fair I share this. Men should pay me for this one. You want to kill your husband? Kill him with kindness. You want to kill a man? The wife that's kind to her husband, it's over. Just being kind to him. You'll win him. You'll have him anyway, okay. But you'll have him, he'll do anything. A woman who's kind to her, and that's it, just kindness. A man would do anything for a woman who's kind to him. So as time went on, obviously, there came a day, obviously, they said the opposite. They said, we're absolutely madly in love with each other again. Well, not madly in love, but they said, we don't want to get divorced, and we do love each other. We do love each other. Someone could hate you, and you can just choose to love them like Christ did us, regardless of what you do back to me, because we're social beings. God made us as social creatures. It's going to affect us. It's impossible to love someone without it touching them. Love will touch. Love gets through barriers. They may act mean and say things like, she did ain't working, like Pastor, the whole 9 yards. And a couple of times he said, Pastor, this is ridiculous. I look like a fool. I said, forget about what you look like. You want to save your marriage or not? It's not about what you look like. Just trust me, she's a human being. Now, if she wasn't a human being, it'd be different. I said, but she's a human being. And sure enough, she responded. They're still married today. So let me end here. Oh, wow. Well, here's the point. It's going to affect us. And some people, when they're disrespected, we may think it's not going to affect us. How we treat others is not going to affect, but it really affects us all. And some people, they get so upset, they can't. Our society today, it's like they have a hard time being social. We're connected, but we're not social. In other words, we connect through social media, but social media is not social. We all know that. If people get hurt, get mad, disrespect, they take it out they go to social media, say things anonymously, they post things. They're trying to get back at being hurt, being disrespected, because that's an easy way instead of talking to someone and working through problems. But the bottom line is relationships, how you treat, others treat you is going to absolutely affect you. And the bottom line, I should say it like this, is it is impossible, not impossible, but civility is not easy. If it was easy, everyone could be doing it. But civility is a choice. It's not easy. It's not easy to be kind, considerate, compassionate, and loving when others are the opposite or mistreat you. It's the easy way to go is just to act like everyone else. That's the easy way. Being civil is not the easy way. And I'm not going to tell you it's easy. But there are consequences. And I'll just say one part because time's up. When you are mistreated, and I'll pick up at this point next week, when you are mistreated, what's so bad about it is it does not just stay with you there. Let me give you an example. If you're at work and you're disrespected at work, that disrespect affects you. I'll tell you how it affects you next week. It is amazing how it affects your productivity. If you're at work and someone's fighting and you see that affects how effective you are at work. If someone looks at you and gets on your case, that affects you. It's amazing what it does to you. This is all proven. And I'll discuss that next week. But here's one point I want to leave you with. When those things happen to you, no one just leaves them at work. No, we don't leave that conflict at work, just like we don't leave the conflict here at church. What happens? That conflict affects you. It grabs you. It holds on to you. You're mad. You're angry. You take that. You might as well make it a person. You take that anger as a person. You take it home with you. He's coming home with you. And that parent comes through that door and they've had a bad day. Do you think when they walk through the door, that bad day, that bad person that's there, that bad spirit and attitude just sits down and says, I'm out of here? No, it's there and it's alive and it affects that home. You know, one of the biggest reasons a lot of kids, not all, but many kids are bullied. A parent, 80% of Americans do not like their job. They come home with a chip on their shoulder. Who do you think they take it out on? The kids. Sometimes. Take it out on the kids. Who do you think the kids take it out on? The kids. We call it bullying. It affects you. It affects you. Would you bow your heads tonight? Every head bowed, please. Every eye closed, please. I thought I'd get through this. Time's up. So next week I'll just get into it just a little bit more. But the scripture we read, Paul talks about as Christians how we're supposed to behave, how we're supposed to treat each other. You know what's the beautiful thing about knowing Jesus is God doesn't ask us to do something without giving us the power to do it. Some of you that are here tonight, you're a Christian, but you've always responded certain ways, and you just think it's in your DNA. This is just, they do that to me, I do this back. That's just how I am. That's how it's always going to be. I'm telling you tonight, that's not true. You can change by the power of God. Christ can come into your life and change you. You can be mean, you can be angry, you can lash out, and tonight you can meet Jesus Christ. And he can change you. And that rage that some people have inside them leaves. God's love touches them. God forgives them of their sins. And maybe you're here tonight and you're a Christian, quickly. Some of you just your code of conduct. You just say, I know, but you've kind of accepted just being the way you are. And tonight, God's calling you out and saying, you know what? That's not my will for your life to be acting this way. Unless you deal with it properly, it's going to affect you. It spreads. It touches others. It don't just touch yourself. And you're here tonight. There's things, you say, you know what? There's things God's talking to you about. You say, okay, God, some things I need to bring to this altar and talk to you about. Raise your hand quickly. Yes, 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 yes. I see all these I need to come and talk to Jesus about. Many, many hands raised. But the most important thing tonight, you're here and you say, you know what? I'm tired of trying to be something. It seems like I fall so short, Pastor. And maybe you're here tonight and say, I'm going to give my life to Jesus. I'm done. I want Jesus to come into my life and give me power to be something I really want to be. If that's you tonight, you want to give your life to Christ, would you raise your hand tonight? So here's my hand. I want to pray to receive Christ as my personal Savior. Because I can give you instruction, but I can't give you the power to do it. Christ can. Let's all stand. All of us stand. Many hands raised. Just come and just kneel and just talk to God. Just you and the Lord. Just come and talk to God tonight. Come talk.
majestic is your name. My lips shall sing your praise, and my heart shall cry aloud. And you're my righteousness, you're my strength, you're my redeemer, redeemer. Shall sing your praise. I lift my hands to you to bless your name. I surrender. Make my life a sacrifice. One last time, you're my righteousness. You're my strength, oh Lord. You're my redeemer, Lord. And my lips shall sing your praise. I lift my hands to you to bless your name. I surrender. Give God a clap offering tonight. We thank you.
Next week, finish this part, probably do 2 or 3 of classes or services on this. There's so much to cover, but it'll help us, it'll help all of us. With our heads bowed tonight, I'd like just to have Gus close us in a word of prayer. You've got fellowship one with another.
They